Okay, wild moment alert. Imagine this. You're pitching in front of a roaring crowd, bottom of the ninth, final out, and bam! You've just tossed a no-hitter. Blake Snell just pulled off exactly that, throwing his first career no-hitter as the reigning Cy Young winner with the Giants. I'm Mark, and welcome to Kickin Riches, where yes, we cheer for insane baseball feats, but we also ask the real questions like, what does a mega athlete like Snell actually do with the mountain of cash he's earned over his career? Seriously, we all see those highlight reels, but have you ever caught yourself wondering, is Snell living it up like a rap video, or is he the guy playing chess with his millions off the field? Today, we're going to rewind the tape on Snell's rise from Tampa's rookie hopeful to baseball superstar, and then dig into the green stuff, his contracts, earnings, and what he actually does with his money. Buckle up, because this story is all about fireballs on the mound, and maybe, just maybe, a lesson or two in how not to blow your windfall. Let me just say up front, Blake Snell's journey is straight up baseball movie material. Picture this, draft night 2011. Tampa Bay Rays select a lanky lefty named Blake Snell in the first round. Nobody knew it then, but the Rays had just picked up a future pitching phenom. Fast forward to 2016, Snell gets the call to the big leagues. And trust me, he didn't just fade into the background. This dude's fastball had hitters looking like they were chasing houseflies in a hurricane. His early days? Electric. All-star buzz started brewing fast. You just couldn't ignore his numbers. But then 2018 happened, and that's when Snell erased all doubt. Sub-2.0 ERA. Strikeouts for days. He became Tampa Bay royalty overnight, out-dueling names like Verlander and Corey Kluber. That year was a clinic, and it paid off. He took home the American League Cy Young Award. That's right, the best pitcher in the league. Real hardware for the mantle. I remember watching him that year and thinking, wow, he's not just throwing. He's painting corners and flipping bats with style. Snell's funky pitching delivery, that sudden changeup that drops like a bowling ball. Hitters looked downright confused. That 18 season basically put him on baseball's VIP list. And honestly, when you rise up that quick, the next chapter only gets crazier. So, what happens when you suddenly become a household name? Changing jerseys in sports is never simple, but for Blake Snell, it was basically like leveling up in a video game. Picture this. After all the Cy Young hype in Tampa Bay, it's late 2020, and boom, Snell gets traded to San Diego. Padres fans go bananas. I mean, when your team deals for an ace like Snell, expectations skyrocket, right? San Diego wasn't just a stopover either. Snell's first season had its ups and downs, but when he got hot, you knew it. He helped pitch the Padres into the postseason. Those 2020 and 2022 playoff nights? Electric. I still remember a late-night game where he fanned, over 10 batters against Houston in October? Dude was dialed in. The script on Snell was strong, adaptable, and fearless. But then 2023 hit, and Snell dropped a stat line that had jaws on the floor. High strikeouts, a microscopic ERA, and just total dominance. The writers had no choice but to hand him the National League Cy Young. Now he's got one in each league. Only 7 pitchers in all of baseball history can say that. Talk about rare club status. Could you imagine switching teams, facing all new hitters, and still coming out as the best pitcher in the league? That takes some next-level focus. I gotta ask, would you bet on yourself to win in a new environment like that? Because Snell sure did, and wow, did it pay off. Okay, so how do you top a Cy Young? Well, you go out and throw a no-hitter, as the reigning Cy Young, of course. On August 2nd, 2024, with the Giants, Snell delivered the kind of game every pitcher dreams of. 90-plus pitches, not a single hit, double-digit strikeouts, and the crowd losing its collective mind at the final out. Teammates mobbed him. It was only the 3rd no-hitter of the season. And get this, Snell became just the 5th reigning Cy Young winner to pull off a no-no. The same club with Kershaw and Koufax. The whole stadium vibe was magic. You could sense the hitter's frustration, like, what are we supposed to do with this guy? That performance sealed his legacy as one of the greats of this era. Honestly, these are the moments that remind me why I love sports. The history, the electricity, the sense you're watching something almost impossible. And that wasn't even his only gem. Snell's had plenty of one-hit shutouts, a playoff game with 16 strikeouts, basically a human highlight reel when he's on. It's like hitters just pack up their bats and hope it's not their turn to look silly. With records like those, it's no wonder his value shot up. And you know what that means. Let's talk contracts, cash, and baseball bucks next. Let's get real. With that kind of arm, your wallet's bound to explode too. After Snell's insane 2018, Tampa Bay had to lock him up. They handed him a 5-year, $50 million extension. Not a bad reward for painting the black and piling up Ks, right? Then after jumping to San Diego, his value just kept rising alongside his strikeout total. Fast forward to 2024. Fresh off his second Cy Young, Snell negotiates with the Giants and bags a deal worth $62 million for just 2 years. Go ahead, do the math. $31 million per season. That's buy a new sports car every week if you feel like it. Kind of money. All in all, between his various contracts and those solid arbitration years, he's comfortably racked up $80 million plus as a pro. Now, compared to some superstar hitters who snag mega deals with headline endorsements, Snell keeps it a bit lower key. No billboards or shoe commercials, but he probably has those reliable baseball glove or apparel deals every pro picks up. The real headline here? Blake's fortunes have mirrored his on-field dominance. No fancy jewelry needed. Hey, if you suddenly got a $60 million payday, what would be your first purchase? Drop your wildest answers below. I seriously want to hear them. So, what does a dude with $80 million even do off the mound? Here's where Blake Snell stands out as, honestly, a bit of a mystery. In the best way. Unlike some sports stars who flex exotic cars, wild parties, or private jets all over the tabloids, Snell's pretty much the anti-celebrity. No splashy headlines, no TMZ-worthy purchases. Dude stays private and lets his pitching do all the flexing. From what I've seen, his social media and friend circle put family and calm downtime first. Sure, he probably snagged a nice place in the 3 major league cities he's called home, but no records of mega mansions, gold bathtubs, or any of that madness. It's kind of refreshing, right? In an age where everyone's showing off, here's a guy just, well, living. Investments? We don't have the full list, and let's respect his privacy. But if Snell's smart, and with contracts like his, he has every reason to be, he's probably playing the long game. A little real estate, maybe stocks, maybe even tech startups, or supporting a farm back in Arizona. Many athletes go this route for stability after the cheers fade. Imagine being that focused, both on the mound and with money. Honestly, his story kind of inspires me. It proves you don't need a crazy spending spree to enjoy success. Focus, patience, and smart moves. If you were in Snell's shoes, would you spend big or save wisely? I'm curious. Let's get a debate going in the comments. So, what have we learned from Blake Snell's wild ride, besides the fact that he's nearly untouchable when he's on the mound? For me, it's simple. Discipline pays off, both in baseball and in the bank. Snell built his name with sharp fastballs and wild stats, but he's also stacking success quietly off the field. No scandals, no headline-grabbing disasters, just steady focus. A true pro's way of respecting both the game and his future. If you enjoyed this look at Blake Snell, the on-field thrills, and the off-field game plan, subscribe to Kickin Riches for more stories where sports money meets real life.